Welcome to the final week 22 of the Advanced Sprint Distance Training Plan. Race week is here, so this week is all about regaining 100% of your freshness and about getting 100% prepared for the race, both logistically with preparations, logistics and so on, as well as mentally. Race planning and race prep with all of the things that go into that, travel, if you are traveling, equipment, general logistics, that is extremely important. So do that as soon as possible. Don't leave it too late. And in terms of the mental preparation, make sure that you spend some time with that as well, knowing the positive self-talk that you will go through when the going gets tough on race day, remembering some of your best workouts and having them as trump cards to draw upon in the hard moments in the race as well, because I'm sure you're aware, but it never gets easier, you just get faster. So you have to prepare yourself that it is going to hurt. If you have a good race, it always hurts. And in terms of training this week, there's not much else to say other than do what's prescribed, no more, no harder, because you have nothing to gain from doing too much. So yeah, again, focus on the goal of this week, the purpose of this week. It's about being on the start line, 100% fresh and prepared. The hay is in the barn fitness-wise. So yeah, don't do anything silly in terms of the training. One thing in addition to that to say is that if you're racing on the Saturday, I made an alternative here just for this video to show you what the week would look like. You would still have a day off on Monday, but then you would do the endurance swim and easy ride on Tuesday, taper bike and run on Wednesday, taper swim and bike check on Thursday, and easy run with strides and mobility on Friday. Here I would say that the easy ride on Tuesday is one that is kind of optional. Like you could skip it if you want to have a really light Tuesday as well, to get a 2-day recovery block in the beginning of the week. But for most people, I think it will be fine to do it, but see that as optional. Also, you can see the mobility on Friday as optional. That's not too critical to do, especially not the day before the race. If you're doing the original, if you do it on the Sunday, then definitely do it as prescribed. But yeah, in this version, with racing on Saturday, it's not something that you have to. If you don't want to do that basically the day before the race, it is completely understandable and acceptable. So now let's go back to the assumption that you're racing on Sunday. So I'm just going to show this. And regarding the race itself, your training has prepared you well. You will be on the start line fit, fresh and confident. You should be confident. Go back and look at where you were at the start of the plan and think about where you are now fitness wise, and that will give you confidence, I'm sure. Trust the training that you've done and all the hard work that you've put in, which hopefully you have put in, and trust the race plan and pacing strategies you've developed over the course of this race specific block as well. Importantly, because I hope that you have been following the race specific instructions on things like the run pacing, where you have learned how to listen to your body and pace according to feel, and that is a skill that you will be able to use on race day no matter what happens. So it's not just about the pacing plan, but it's about the confidence in your own ability to self-regulate. And even though it's a sprint distance, don't forget about nutrition and hydration. The plan might be simple. It might just be to have a 500 milliliter bottle with sports drink on the bike, and that's it. And that is perfectly fine for most sprint distance races and for most athletes. But you still have to think about it. What is my plan for nutrition and hydration? Think about that and follow your plan. In terms of workout highlights, the taper workouts, the taper run and the bike and the swim are workouts where we will be adding a bit of intensity to prevent you from getting stale. So we're doing all of these as kind of progressive workouts. We're doing on the run, we're doing 5 minutes marathon pace, 4 minutes half marathon pace, 10K pace, 5K pace, 5K pace. For the 3, 2 and 1 minute intervals. So it's not much. It's 15 minutes of building intensity, and the marathon pace isn't even a very high intensity. So but you shouldn't be tempted to do more than that. There will be plenty to remind you of what leg speed feels like. Similarly, on the bike, we do 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 minutes, and we build from 80% of FTP to 100% of FTP, and that's all that is required. And On the swim, we do practice something with a bit more speed, in that the 100s that we do start with 25 meters or yards really fast, because that simulates what you will have to do in the race start. So 5 sets of 100 easy, and then 100 as 25 meters or yards really fast, and 75 at threshold effort. And of course, as always, well, this will not as always, but this swim is a wetsuit swim, and as always, when you have a wetsuit on, then you will do a T1 simulation, so deck up and get out of that wetsuit as quickly as possible. And I think those are all the things that I wanted to mention here. I really hope that the race goes well for you, and that you have enjoyed this plan and improved a lot from it. I would love it if you could email me after the race and let me know how it went. My email is michael@scientifictriathlon.com. I can write it here so you can see it written. There, that's my email. So you can email me and let me know how it went. I would love to hear your feedback about the plan, how your race went, any positive and positive feedback and constructive criticism that you might have. And also, you might or might not be aware, but at Scientific Triathlon, we also offer individual coaching, where and this is real proper coaching where you can talk with your coach a lot all the time, and it's not just a training plan or a glorified training plan where we hope not to hear from you, but this is actual coaching. It's the same whether you're a beginner or a pro athlete, with a real coach athlete relationship, and we have had huge success with the athletes that we coach. So if you want to take your training to the next level, then coaching is definitely something that I would encourage you to check out. You can read about it on scientifictriathlon.com, and there's also pricing information there. It's no secret. Just go and check it out. And if you want more information or set up a discovery call, then just contact me for that. But for the race, good luck, race smart and race hard. And yeah, just go out there and smash it. And thank you for following this training plan.